Hello everyone, I'm Analia from Customer Alliance, and today I'm joined by MyStay, one of the partners that we have the pleasure to work with. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Nice. Could you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your role at MyStay and the work you do there?
Alrighty, so I'm Pavlina from MyStay. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the company, and well, we're doing the guest experience platform, which is connecting hotels and their guests right after the reservations comes to your PMS, and we're setting up the check-in data in and out to the PMS. We do the upsell, communication, AI-oriented WhatsApp, checkouts, and all that.
I'm curious to dive in. What do you actually do and what's the problem that you solve at MyStay?
So we're trying to help hotels to really connect with their customers, get to know them, and help them with the operations in the front desk, which means there are more problems that we can solve with our system. That's why it calls guest experience or guest facing system. First trouble is not knowing the customer, so we can collect a lot of useful data that the guest actually wants to share for get the better information and the experience. So we do the check-in and the collection, marketing opt-out, and then we use it for that automated communication, so less work for people in the front desk. Which brings me to another problem. There is a lack of people, lack of good people, or a lack of, let's say, time for them to take care of their customers. So we're also trying to handle more time to the good guys who want to do upsell in person, nice welcoming. So we do the operations, payments, keys, check-ins, checkouts. All that doesn't have to be done with a human being. You can do it by yourself, and then you come to the hotel for the experience, for this relax. So we're really trying to get time for the both sides.
And from your perspective, how do our solutions complement each other? How does Customer Alliance complement MyStay?
It's actually very easy because we're trying to cover all guest journey after reservation until they leave and a little bit more further. We have the communication, we have that line, but the feedback is something that you guys are perfect at. So that's why the match of Customer Alliance coming in MyStay at some certain point of the guest stay with the good questioners, that's the time where and why we are the partners and make sense for hotels.
And also, I'm curious to hear from your perspective, what are the biggest challenges that hotel chains are facing at the moment?
It's a very nice question. From my perspective, it's definitely balance the AI time, where there is a lot of opportunities within AI. Everyone talks about AI, but still staying the hospitality-oriented identity is something that hotels have to face in these days. So just putting a robot into the hotline or putting a robot in the email, putting the robot maybe as a receptionist, maybe, but how do you keep that personal touch? How do you stay human being? How do you make that experience wow? So I think that that is the challenge of these days, of stabilize, use the AI as well as you can, but yet still keeping the human touch and the human time be oriented in the way where it is necessary. So that's my answer.
Very nice that you mentioned that, because we just recently released a report where we analyzed 1 million guest reviews, and
Wow.
in these 1 million guest reviews, we saw that 95% of the guest reviews that mention staff are
Wow.
positive reviews.
Still think that the AI in the back office can make a lot of help without touching a guest, but this AI guest facing things, that's a challenge.
So in 3 years, what will hotels look back at and say, we should have done that earlier?
I definitely believe it's the soft automation, or at least soft automation of the guest communication, soft check-in, and the upsell opportunities, like very soft way. It doesn't have to be self-service, it doesn't have to be the payment, keys, but just the way where they gather more time and give time also to their guests to enjoy their time in the hotel, not doing administration from our side. Okay, you might have another opinion from the feedback and review side, but definitely from our tech side, just an easy way to automate at least some level of the touches with the guest definitely could be the regretting part in 3 years, maybe even in one.
Yes. Yeah, completely agree. For us, I would say we are investing a lot in guest feedback intelligence, guest feedback data. So really appreciate the insights. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for being a partner.